Documentary has been made with support funding from the HSE Section 39 SICAP programme. The Social Inclusion and Community Activation Programme 2018 to 2023 is co-funded by the Government of Ireland through the Department of Rural and Community Development and the European Union.
One woman came up to me and she said, "This is the best thing that ever happened in Newcastle West." And another woman told me that it's changed her life completely. So I think that's massive.
I mean, I love to see people coming together, having the natter, having the chat, making friendships, and that's what I love.
It's a great feeling, a whole load of women together. We feel very empowered, and the things you learn from other people, you can learn so much.
Women's groups are flourishing across Ireland, providing safe spaces for empowerment and connection. This series will highlight their impactful stories from West Limerick, showcasing how they become vital support networks, offering workshops, social events and a space for women to connect. In this episode, I visit Desmond Complex in Newcastle West, which hosts the Newcastle West Women's Shed. Bridget Breen, a founding member, shares the story of how the group was formed.
It was after COVID. Myself and a friend were just discussing it one day on the phone about women's sheds were beginning to open up farther up the country. I think it was Newbridge or somewhere that this lady had started it, that she felt very isolated during COVID. And we just had a mad idea. We said, look, we'll put it up on Facebook and put it up on Newcastle West Share and see would there be anybody interested in it. It went wild. We had hundreds and hundreds and hundreds. There was about 300, I think, answered that were interested, and we knew we couldn't cope with that number of people at all. So then Damien Ahern from West Limerick Resources came on board, and he was a great help. There was myself first and Mary Danaher, and then Mary Angela Downs came, and there was Vicky O'Sullivan, and so we got together anyway, and Damien called us together for meetings, and it was him that suggested making it over 55s to kind of cull the numbers, because I mean we just couldn't cope with 300 people, because statistically women over 55 are the most prone to loneliness and isolation. So we said we'd go with that, and we went back then and the group, we announced it was for women over 55. And the first year we had 55, but we had a waiting list of about 25 people waiting on the waiting list. That was the first year in 2022. And we had Drum Dance Ireland the first night, and everybody loved that. But we had about 20 people, 25 people showed up. You know, we'd say the whole 55 didn't show up. And then we went on and we had Tai Chi, and we've had chair yoga and chair aerobics. We usually have an activity for the first hour, and then we have socialisation for the second hour. We have tea, coffee and snacks, whatever. And the women just loved it. People kept coming every week, and more people kept coming.
Oh, everybody was so excited. They just couldn't believe. They just wanted this new adventure. They all just wanted to get out and to do something. And we felt that there was a great need for women to kind of learn new skills and to be social and to have a voice of which activities they would like to participate in. We have
Mary Angela Downs is one of the group's coordinators, who helps organise activities, manage schedules and ensure that each session runs smoothly for all participants.
They have a choice and they have their own input, and they tell us, and we go away, and thanks to the help of SICAP and West Limerick Resources and the Limerick Clare Education Board, we have been very, very lucky. They're both behind us, and they fund us. And they had people on their books on board, and they introduced us to these people, and they funded them. And we brought, like as Bridget said, the first night we had drum dance, so upbeat, it was just amazing. They just couldn't wait to come back the next night. Then we had Tai Chi. Then we had Shelley. She was actually a member of our own group. She's from the Newcastle West Holistic Therapy, and Shelley gave us a night to start off. And then we progressed on. We got line dancing, we got chair yoga. We base ourselves mostly on movement, because I feel, and I think the women feel, they want movement, they want fun, they want laughter. And we take a break in the summer we kind of go to the first 2 weeks of July, and then we take a break for the last 2 weeks of July and 4 weeks in August. So we're back again then in September. We kind of go to the Limerick Clare Education Board and we go to Adare, and they tell us what they have. So we kind of book in block. We could maybe, book from January to Easter, and then a couple of weeks before Easter, we'll look again then and we'll finish, we'll get it done up to the summer. So we're never really under pressure. We're never without somebody on a Wednesday night. Even within our own group, once or twice it happened that we didn't have somebody couldn't make it, and that we have Anne Brennan from our group. She does flower arranging, and she's done some lovely flower arranging classes with us for Valentine's Day and for Easter, for Mother's Day. Like I mentioned already, Shelley, no problem, she'll do her class with us. So we urge people within the group, anyone that has a gift and talent, just come and show it. We have a wide variety of stuff.
The Desmond Complex is an ideal location for the Women's Shed, offering a low-cost membership with tremendous value for its members.
We were in the community centre for the first year, but the suitable room they had for us was upstairs. Some people had problems with the stairs, and you have to have access for everybody. So Mary Angela came and got the Desmond Complex.
Yeah, I came and I asked them, and because I felt the need that everybody has to be able to access the class. If we're putting on classes, it has to be there for everybody to access it on a weekly basis. So we came up here, and we're so happy here. It's lovely. It's really lovely centre.
Mm-hmm. And it's €25 for the year to cover insurance, and that basically covers insurance really. And it's €5 a night. Then no matter what we have on, it's €5. And considering you're getting a yoga class or, a class that you would be paying €10 or €12 for at least outside, and there's the socialisation of it and things like that.
And it goes towards our rent as well. Mm. We try to do a few, activities like going out for day trips and going here and there and the other where. In the past, we have gone to the Fynes Flying Boat Museum. We have a couple of other places locally that we want to go to as well. Very exciting last year. One of the first nights out we had was the St. Bridget's Well behind the Newcastle West. Amazing. We all lived around Newcastle West and the surrounding areas, and the amount of people that were never there. And we had Con Graney, he came, and he gave us the full rundown about the whole thing. So fierce exciting. So going forward, really, we really want, I think, to do more of that. We want to travel as well.
Chair Yoga with Nicole Daly from NOS Wellness is one of the many activities the group has enjoyed, offering physical and social benefits that foster a sense of community extending beyond the shed.
Yeah, she's very popular. She's young, she's upbeat, she's lively, and she's a great variety of games and different fun and activities that she do within her class. We're all sitting around in a chair, and then we get up and she might have balloons and she'll give us all a name, and you have to run and keep going. You don't even realise that you're exercising or that you're doing all this movement. She's very popular out there, and she's with loads of other clubs as well. Very hard to get her now, but we're very lucky. We had our 8 weeks with her there in January and February.
Especially as you get older, you really need to do that. All that stuff is great as well for mental health, you see. That's besides the physical health. That was another thing we were addressing, was mental health. Get out and get talking to people. The women that meet each other down there now tonight would say they mightn't have known many people around town, but now when they go shopping, they meet them in the shop and they might have a little chat during the day. There's socialisation going from it. And they've met up with each other and gone shopping to Limerick, and, sort of friendships have grown as well from it. So I think it's a success, really,
It's been a fabulous success, great success altogether. Yeah, it proves by the numbers, they keep coming every week, so we must be doing something right.
And it's not for people that are just retired people and whatnot. Okay, the retired people can go to daytime events, because we do have coffee mornings, and we've had some classes in the morning. We had yoga classes and we had art classes. On a Friday mornings when the Ukrainians had the Hub for Hope, was it, in the community centre, some of our members used to join the Ukrainian women and learn arts and crafts from them, and, you know, exchange dances and things like that. But there's always the night times and the other events, you know, that you can go to. And another thing I think as well, when it's finished at night, when you kind of have to shuffle people out the door, do you know what I mean? And they're going out laughing and talking. That's very good as well, like.
Definitely, people has come out of themselves. We have a couple of women who would have been very, very quiet. But they come in now at night smiling, and they sit down and they've made new friends, and they can't wait from one Wednesday night to the next, you know, to come for their activity.
My name is Maureen Finnegan. You'll probably recognise my accent. I'm not a native, I'm Blowin. I came over from England over 50 years ago, and I'm living in Newcastle West, and I love it. I'm a people person. I enjoy being with people, I enjoy meeting people. It was announced, and I thought, God, I'd heard about women's sheds before, but first of all, we knew about the men's shed that had been here for a number of years, and anyone that was in that, we thought it was wonderful. They did great work. They used to make at Christmas the Christmas cribs they did, and they did lots of good things, and they repaired stuff and did fantastic work. I thought it would be lovely if we had a women's shed, and once it was announced, I came straight away and put my name down, and I haven't regretted it. I love it and enjoy every moment of it. Now, tonight we have health and beauty, and we have makeup. There's a girl downstairs now as we speak up here that's being transformed. She's having no makeup, which it's all very, very interesting things. And, it's lovely that someone will show you how to do these things, There's so many people skilled in the women's shed that have their own skills that we've met. You have these people you can ring up, talk to. It's great for anybody that would be on their own, that's lonely. And there are some people now that are widows, that their family have gone away, and they've come to the shed now, and they've loved it. We've got a woman of 89 now that's downstairs, and she comes every week. She absolutely adores it. She doesn't take part in a lot of the activities because it's too much for her, but she's there and the feet are tapping, and she's involved, and she enjoys it. She enjoys the chat afterwards in the cuppa, but she's part of it. She does what she's able to do, and she does what she can in the chair aerobics. But the things she can't do, she just doesn't take part. But it's for her as well. It doesn't matter what age you are. There's something there for everybody.
My name is Geraldine O'Donovan. I'm originally from England, but I'm here just over 50 years. I moved out to Newcastle West 4 years ago to be near my 2 youngest daughters and my grandchildren. And I heard about the shed last year, fun enough, in a charity shop. I lost the number. I got a message there last year, and I joined at Christmas. And it's the best decision I've ever made, because I didn't know many people. I didn't get out and about. But since I've joined the shed, I might know all the names, but if I see them in town, I said, I know you to see. But it's fun, and it's good for your mental health, I think. I mean, I love it. I mean, I'd be lost without the shed. I really would. Well, it's made me a better person, I think, to be honest. I think I'm a bit more tolerant now than what I was. And it's something to look forward every week. Or you'd be on WhatsApp and there's always a message coming up, something happening, and yes, I'll go, I'll attend, that kind of thing. So you're always kept in the loop what's going on. So it's good, it's good.
As Geraldine says, it's beautiful to be able to pick up the phone, different people, and you're well informed. Anything that's coming now that is happening in Newcastle West that maybe I'm in or somebody else is in, that the other people wouldn't be aware of. We put this up on WhatsApp now, so everybody's aware of it now. The film club. A lot of people didn't know about the film club. We meet the first Friday of every month, which is fantastic. And there's a lot of people now from the shed that have become members of the film club and different things like this. So it's great. It's great information on it, and it's a great feeling. A whole load of women together. We feel very empowered, and the things you learn from other people. Everybody has a different story and they have an interesting life, and they tell you something. I love the women's shed.
Maureen and Geraldine shared their experience with various activities and outings they've enjoyed.
And the different activities that we've taken part in. Now, Tai Chi was absolutely brilliant. It was lovely. all the different activities now, the different things, making things. I'm not good at that, but I did go to some of them to see and just to try my hand. But I loved it. And the flower arranging, I didn't think I could do that, and I consider myself now quite good at that. I loved it. It was very, very nice. We have chair aerobics, which is fantastic. Plenty of activity there. We have a girl who's with us, who's a member of the club, and she told us all about holistic medicine, which was very, very interesting, and things that you would have around the house that you could use that you wouldn't have thought of before. There's a lot of information. There's lots of things we've learnt. It's been very, very interesting. Can't think of the other things now. We've done other things. We've had somebody talk to us about cancer. We have done yoga. We're drumming, which was very, very interesting. We had great fun at doing the drumming. We were very involved with the Ukrainian people, the lovely people, and I have friends now, Ukrainian friends, which was very, very nice. We met them, and very, very skilled they are with their hands. They could turn their hands to making anything.
We went to see Goldilocks and the Three Bears in January, and it was the best day I ever had. It was great crack. To go and see this pantomime, I mean, at my age, it was brilliant, and it was so professional, and it was... we got involved and, booing the goodies and the baddies. I just loved it, and it was a lovely day out. Got to meet people, stopped off for coffee, got chatting. I just love it, I do. We were in the Woodlands last Monday morning, wasn't it? For a get-together of all the women's sheds, meeting more people, seeing the crafts, lovely talks, and the swing dancing. I didn't do it, but Maureen took part in it because I have 2 left feet, but it was great fun. Great fun.
And all the different people we met, Tralee, Claire, all around in all the different areas here. The things that they have done, it gives you more food for thought that we could do.
And we will.
And we will. The different things, different people have different ideas and different things suit different groups. But it was fantastic to meet all these people. But it was very interesting. And the entertainment in Croom, the ladies over there, they have a choir. They were outstanding.
And they only got together at Christmas.
That's all.
Christmas. And they were petrified up there, but I thought they were fab.
What I forgot there a few weeks ago, we were in Rathkeale, National Women's Day. Oh, yeah. Now, that was a fantastic day. And you can learn so much.
Nancy Murphy from Newcastle West believes that the strength of the Women's Shed lies in its closeness and sense of togetherness, offering women a chance to connect and support one another.
My name is Nancy Murphy. I live in Newcastle West, and I'm part of the Women's Shed in Newcastle West. The friendliness of the women and the interest in so many functions provided and arranged by Bridget and her colleagues is notable. Each woman is welcomed with kindness, and this is permeated throughout the group. One can feel it. The bond is there between the women. Everybody is nice and relaxed and happy, chatting to each other and getting to know everybody else. Although we all live around West Limerick, some may not know some members of the group, and we're not all from West Limerick. So there's quite a number of women that I may never have met if I hadn't joined the shed, and likewise for them. So and that's very important, especially to a lot of people. It's nice to have somebody of your own age group. By the time these women, and including myself, come to this stage of life, they have had a lot of experiences and a lot of situations that occur in life. Some have it more difficult than others. I lost my husband 15 years ago, and that was very hard. Some have lost their partner or husband earlier than that, or they might have a child with an illness, or lots of things that happen to people. And they haven't caused any of it, and it's just they have to deal with it and cope with whatever is given to them, That's life, as they say. But you wouldn't think so when you're with them down the stairs. They're all happy and they're laughing and they're talking and they're chatting, and you learn from them as well. You can learn things like, it could be cooking or gardening or whatever, and of course they go on loads of tours, and everybody seems to enjoy it. I've been to 1 or 2, but haven't been to a lot of them, and they all seem to mix well, and always have a topic to discuss with each other, and and there might be 3 or 4 there, and I might walk up with my teacup or something, and I stand with them, and they never say, "Well, you're not part of this. We're all the one." We just go in and out to each other, and it's quite nice, really.
Bridget and Mary Angela offer advice to women considering starting a women's shed and share their hopes for the future of the Newcastle West Women's Shed.
My advice would be to go to West Limerick Resources, and they would help them out under the SICAP, and they could advise them more than we could. I would say go ahead and do it though, because it's kind of like built it and they will come, that kind of way. I would definitely say don't hold back. And if there's women in Newcastle West that think the women's shed is for them, they can contact us. My mobile, Bridget Breen, is 085 203 7939. And you can give me a ring, and sure, we're here on a Wednesday night, and we'll talk from there. You may have to wait till October, but we'll talk from there, about joining.
Hopefully we will get a day from West Limerick Resources. We're on the waiting list to get a morning at the Weybridge there in the square in Newcastle West, and we'd be able to add to our activities if we had a morning session as well as a night session,
This documentary has been made with support funding from the HSE Section 39 and the SICAP programme. The Social Inclusion and Community Activation Programme 2018 to 2023 is co-funded by the Government of Ireland through the Department of Rural and Community Development and the European Union.